Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas Day 6. So today I'm heading out to go do some Christmas shopping with my mom. And we're going to be talking about our favorite Christmas traditions that we have as a family. So I'm going to ask her about some things from when she was a kid, and I'll talk about some things when I was a kid, and we'll talk about some Christmas traditions that we do or have done with our kids. Now they're all grown, but we still continue some of those traditions and probably will with whoever shows up on Christmas. But yeah, we're gonna be sharing that with you, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm headed to pick up my mom, and while I'm on my way I thought I would talk about some of my favorite Christmas traditions that we do here as a family, and then we'll talk about some of the ones when I was a kid after my mom talks, because I think it'd be interesting to see if we share any of the same memories from our family or not. So let me get back down the driveway before I run into something, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so our family unit, we have some traditions that we've done every year for years that we continue to do, and even when not everyone's there, usually there's at least one there or two there that, and we might have to spread out some of them, and you know, things change when people get older and move out and all those things, but we are, you know, doing them with the grandkids now too. And so one of the, besides all the trees as you've seen, I have my theme trees, and I love Christmas, so I have lots of Christmas decorations, as you saw. I don't have that much for my yard because we did at one time, but over the years they have fallen apart, you know, aged, the weather, all that those things, and we're in the process of trying to replace some of those. I am really wanting a nativity for the yard because we have never had one, and so I would really love to have one. But back to traditions. So one tradition is, this kind of goes on all year long, is that we leave at least one small nativity out for the entire year. We have one that's made of marble that I got one time. If you guys don't know, I'm a geologist, so by trade I don't work as a geologist. I teach, but I'm a geologist by, that's what my degree is in, and I love rocks and fossils and have a emphasis in paleontology and all that good stuff. So yeah, something you may not have known about me. But anyways, so this particular nativity is really beautiful because of the rock that it's made out of, but we keep this out all year long because I feel like we need a reminder of it all year long. So that stays out all year long. It's really small, so it stays over by our TV. As far as traditions during the month of December and things like that, so we obviously watch Christmas movies. Most people do that. But Christmas Eve, so Christmas Eve we do, we go to church, typically the candlelight service or whatever, and then we come home from that and we have dinner, and unless it's a later service, then we have dinner first, but usually when we get home, we have dinner and we watch Miracle on 34th Street. We always watch the Natalie Wood version because that's the only version that's good. You should never even watch the others, they're terrible. Yeah, don't even get me started on the one that was made a few years ago with Dylan McDermott. Yeah, it's horrible. Anyways, I love him, but no. We watch that, and the kids have always built some sort of gingerbread house. People, we've done gingerbread ninjas, we've done gingerbread, we did SpongeBob's Pineapple House one time. We did a TARDIS that came out, was an epic fail one year, that was like homemade, gingerbread one. It looked terrible, but it was fun. So the kids typically do that while we're watching the movie. And that's what we would do on Christmas Eve. And then they each get to open one present, and it's usually pajamas. Everyone gets a pair of pajamas, and that's their Christmas Eve present, and they open it, and they get to wear them for Christmas. And so that's Christmas Eve. And also I have started recently in the past, well, since they were born, my grandkids, because sometimes they're not with me on Christmas because they go, to their dad's families. I have started making them a Christmas Eve box. And their Christmas Eve box has like their pajamas in it, and it has hot chocolate, some candy, maybe a book, like a Christmas book, and usually some sort of Christmas movie, DVD type thing. And so I put that in their box, and they can open it especially if they're not with me. That way they know, Yaya was thinking of them. So that's what I do for them. Christmas morning, our tradition is that we always have croissants. This is the only bread that you will see me eat all year long, or hear of me eating all year long, because that I love croissants, especially if you can get them in Paris, which you can't do very often. But I love croissants, and I grew up eating them, and so to me that is something special that we have on Christmas morning. We have croissants, of course coffee. Christmas music is playing, and then when everybody gets up or gets over there, now it's like when everybody gets over there, we have that for breakfast. And then we do presents. And then we had started a few years ago doing the pickle. Any of you guys do the pickle, where you put the pickle ornament on the tree? Whoever finds it gets a prize. We do that if there's enough people there. And then the other thing that we do, which is my kids' favorite tradition, and have said that they're going to pass it down to their kids, is we do a scavenger hunt. So each person has their own scavenger hunt. My husband does these, and he does them like even for the grandkids, and their parents help them or whatever. But you find clues, and you go all around the house looking, and then you find your present. So, and it's not always like the big present. Sometimes it's like something that they may want, but it's not like, a Nintendo or something. It's like, it's just the fun of finding the present with the scavenger hunt. And they've always really liked that. And we've done it for years. And my husband's like, every year, so we can quit doing that now, right? We can quit doing that now. And all the kids are like, no. But that is one of our favorite traditions in our household, or at least the kids and mine. I don't know about his. Now, I'm not a puzzle person, so the getting started clue is always hard for me, because I don't like puzzles or word finds or any of that stuff. It's just not me. So he tries to make that part of it easier for me, because he knows I don't like that. I like the finding the clues and going around and looking for the stuff, but anyways, that is most of our traditions. If I think of some more, I'll talk about them in a little bit, but I gotta get my mom right now. As I'm here with my mom, and I'm gonna ask her some of her favorite Christmas memories and Christmas traditions. Okay, so I'm here with my mom, and I'm gonna ask her, what is some of your favorite, like from when you were a kid, memories or traditions from Christmas?
Well, I remember when I was growing up, my grandfather would go out and cut a cedar tree, and we would decorate that for our Christmas tree. And then when Santa came on Christmas Eve, and I got up the next morning, I would find nuts and fruit scattered around on the floor like he had dropped them out of his bag. And we didn't have much money back then, but we didn't know it. We was rich in love, and I would get maybe a little baby doll or a little tea set, little things, but I loved every one of them.
What about traditions? Like, what did y'all eat for Christmas?
Well, my grandmother always made a coconut cake. That was her favorite. And to this day, I can't stand coconut.
Well, what about the dinner? What did y'all have for dinner?
Well, it would vary. Sometimes we would have like ham or chicken and dressing.
Okay. What about when we were kids growing up in your house? What was your favorite things?
Oh, watching y'all open your presents or find out what Santa Claus brought you on Christmas morning. And watching you play with them and making sure you got everything you wanted.
What about our Nordstrom trips or anything like that?
Oh, those are fantastic. I would love to go back and do it one more time.
Yep.
Listen to George Harrison.
Yep. Playing on the speaker while we shopped at Nordstrom's in Anchorage, Alaska.
Got my mind set on you.
All right. Thanks, Mama.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, I'm back checking in. Just dropped off my mom from our shopping trip. That was a lot of fun. It reminded me a lot of when I was a kid. We would go, like we were saying, and it wasn't just when we lived in Anchorage, but when we would go to Nordstrom, but when we lived in Houston also, we would go to shopping at the Galleria and Saks Fifth Avenue and things like that, and we would go make it a day and get some lunch. Sorry, this person behind me has lost their mind. And yeah, make a day of it, and it was a lot of fun. I didn't get a whole lot of Christmas shopping done. I bought one thing for my husband's stocking, but other than that, I bought clothes for the grandkids or some things they needed for the wedding, and an outfit for me to wear to my husband's Christmas party tonight, which I'm about to go home and transform myself for. It's supposed to be like business casual, and that's the hardest thing for me for these Christmas parties, because they'll say business casual and all the guys will be wearing jeans and a nice Christmas sweater, or slacks and a nice Christmas sweater or whatever, and then if I go and I'm wearing something like Christmas leggings and a cute sweater or shirt or whatever, it never fails that all the other women who work at his office, they're all wearing like cocktail dresses and all this stuff, and it's like, it said business casual, and I want to wear a cocktail dress too, but it's like, then if I were to wear the cocktail dress, then it would be my luck. That would be the year that none of them are wearing them, so whatever. So I found a kind of plaid skirt and green sweater, and so I'm either going to wear the green sweater with the plaid skirt, or I have some pleather leggings at home that I might wear instead. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. I'll try it with both and see. It would also help if it wasn't December and it's 65 degrees outside. It'll be cooler tonight. It'll be in the 50s, but still, it is ridiculous. Come on, Texas, you're drunk. But yeah, that's what's happening the rest of the day. I guess I'm going to open my wine advent earlier than normal, and show you that while maybe I'm doing my hair and all that stuff, because we're going to be going to the party and all that, and I don't see myself opening it when I get home, because I'm probably going to be drinking wine at the party. So we'll do that before we leave. I'll probably just do that in the next couple hours. Why not, right? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And yeah, so far today I did not eat breakfast. I decided to go ahead and try to fast today, even though with carnivore it mimics fasting, so you don't really have to, but since I'm drinking alcohol, I decided I'll go ahead and fast this morning. Not necessarily drinking it today, but drinking it period. I think just fast a few days, I think. And so we went to a diner, and I had a meat lovers, or whatever you call it, carnivore meat lover omelet, and I gave my mom all of the stuff that came with it. So I didn't eat the toast or the hash browns or any of that. I just had the omelet, and it was really good. It was just cheese and ham and brisket, and I think it had sausage in it too. It was really, really good. Hit the spot. And coffee, of course. Never without the coffee. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go home and color my hair, wash my hair, and figure out what I'm wearing. Time for today's Advent, day 6. Ooh, another red. I'm so excited. Now let's do the cheese. All right, day 6. Hot and spicy something. I can't see if that says the name of a type of cheese, but we'll find out. We'll try it. All right, once again, Aldi is winning my heart. This cheese is really, really good. And I love spicy things, as you guys know from all my spicy recipes. And the wine is really good. It's Shiraz. Thumbs up.
He mentioned somebody came through and you didn't. Real good.
You people that have been
Very good.